Hi, welcome back, and I hope you're all having a great day. So today we're going to be talking about Disney's Investors Day 2020. So Disney actually revealed several Lucasfilm, National Geographic, Marvel especially, and also Disney Pixar projects. So today I'm only going to be talking about certain highlights that I'm really interested in. Marvel, of course lah, memang kena hype up sikit. Tapi the first thing, Star Wars. So since the success of The Mandalorian, if you haven't watched the series, it's a really great series and you should go watch it. So let's start out with Star Wars. So Star Wars revealed several spin-off series. The one that caught my mind was the Star Wars feature by Patty Jenkins. So Patty Jenkins will be directing a feature called Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Then we have another feature by Taika Waititi, one of my most favorite directors out there. Has a great sense of humor. I'm really looking forward for his Star Wars feature. And then we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. Why am I really excited for this? Because it will be happening 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, episode 3. And Hayden Christensen, the Anakin Skywalker actor from that movie, will be reprising his role as Darth Vader in this series. So she also mentioned that it will be a rematch of the century, which means we might get to see Obi-Wan Kenobi fight against Darth Vader. And that's one of the series I'm really looking forward to. And then we also have Ahsoka Tano. She came up in one of the episodes in season 2, and she is one of the main leads in the Clone Wars animated series. And if you do not know, Ahsoka Tano is the apprentice. She's the apprentice of Anakin Skywalker before he turned into the dark side. And they actually have a pretty sweet duo in Star Wars Rebels. And we got news that Indiana Jones 5 is going to be starting soon, the production. So we'll be getting Indiana Jones 5 the next couple of years. So hopefully it is the deserving ending for Indiana Jones. Okay? We might have to just forget Indiana Jones 4. And then let's move on to my personal favorite, the MCU reveals, the MCU highlights, bro. Because there was so many reveals that I'm so hyped up for. We got our first look at the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the second trailer for WandaVision, the first look at Loki, the first look at Miss Marvel. What else? The first look at What If. Ooh, excited, bro. But there are certain things that they didn't reveal in the YouTube channel in Marvel Entertainment, so I gotta go and watch the highlights for Disney Investors Day 2020. And bro, ada banyak lagi. Ooh, the first thing was, we already know this, but Kevin Feige confirmed that WandaVision will be tying in directly to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and it will also be tying into Spiderman 3, and that's the reason why we are getting all this news that Andrew Garfield, Jamie Foxx, and the actor for Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2, and also Tobey Maguire, all of them are returning for Spider-Man 3 because we might get our first live-action movie for Spider-Verse. Since it's confirmed that Multiverse of Madness is going to be tying in with Spider-Man 3, we can assume that Spider-Verse is happening and all these other Spider-Man and also the villains from other movies are going to be tying in for Spider-Man 3. Damn excited. So the What If series, we got our first look, and for you guys who don't know, the What If series is just literally what if. What if certain things happen in a certain way, and certain storylines have been revealed in the first look, where they already explained this way before when they introduced What If in the previous Comic-Con, if I'm not mistaken. So the first thing will be, what if Peggy Carter become Cape? What if Peggy Carter become Captain? What if T'Challa became Star-Lord? What if Captain America became a zombie? It will be kind of narrated by the Watcher, and I'm assuming there is going to be Uatu, the main watcher for Earth. We got our first look for Miss Marvel, and Miss Marvel is actually a fairly new character in the Marvel comics as well. She was just introduced a couple of years ago, but she's a fan favorite because she's a teenager trying to cope with her powers. And her powers is stretchy macam Mr. Fantastic. So it'll be exciting to see how they interpret Miss Marvel in the MCU. The next series that I'm really excited for is the She-Hulk series. So She-Hulk in the comics is the cousin of Bruce Banner. So I don't spoil it. From what I know is that Bruce Banner actually transfuses his blood to his cousin, and that's how she gets the power of the Hulk. But unlike Bruce Banner, She-Hulk is able to retain her intelligence, right? So Kevin Feige said this: She-Hulk is a series, quote, is about a woman trying to navigate the world and wants to be taken seriously as a working professional despite the fact that she is well over 6'7" and green. Another series I'm really excited for is Moon Knight. So Moon Knight is kind of like Batman, but he has multiple personalities in himself, and based on Kevin Feige, it's going to be an action thriller series. One of the most excited series and stories that I'm really waiting for to be happening in the MCU since the Skrulls was introduced in Captain Marvel, A Secret Invasion, and finally they're doing it in a series. And Samuel L. Jackson and also Talos, the actor for Talos, is returning for this series. And Secret Invasion is actually one of the biggest comic event in Marvel Comics, because it was revealed in that comics that half of the heroes were actually Skrulls, and then all the heroes have to band together to find out who's a Skrull. There's a lot of things happening in the storyline. I'm really excited to see how they do it in the MCU. The next interesting series that caught my mind will be Ironheart. So in the comics, Riri Williams, an African American girl, invents her own Iron Man suit. So it's really exciting to see how they're going to bring that to the MCU, since Tony Stark is gone, RIP, and bring his successor to the MCU is kind of exciting. The next series that's going to be related to Iron Man's legacy is going to be Armor Wars. So based on Kevin Feige, it's one of the storylines in the Marvel Comics where Tony Stark's tech actually falls in the wrong hands, and that's how the story unfolds. The next biggest reveal will be the reveal of the villain for Ant-Man 3, and I'm really excited because finally they're going to bring in another, for me, he's an A-list villain. After Thanos, after Red Skull, after Doctor Doom, he's one of the biggest villains in Marvel Comics, and the villain for Ant-Man 3 will be Kang the Conqueror. He's a time-traveling villain, and I'm really excited to see how they're going to be portraying him in Ant-Man 3. The next highlight will be Fantastic Four. Finally, Kevin Feige revealed that they will be doing a Fantastic Four movie, and the director will be John Watts, the director for Spiderman Homecoming, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully, they redeem themselves from the really bad movie that came a few years ago. Hopefully. And finally, Black Panther 2. So with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, Kevin Feige revealed that he will not be replacing or recasting Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. So Black Panther 2 will be having a really different storyline, and we might get to see Shuri taking up the mantle as Black Panther. With that, Disney Investors Day 2020 gave us a lot to unfold, and I'm really excited to see what is going to be happening in the future for Marvel, Lucasfilm, and also Disney. I think it's going to be a really long video, I'm sorry for that, but I'm really excited for all the reviews that happened in Disney's Investors Day. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe if you love this video, and click the bell icon to not miss another video, because a lot of content is coming up soon. I promised. Okay. With that, my name is Wayne, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. At one point in the Marvel Comics, Bucky Barnes, he actually became Captain America, and if not mistaken, he was the only Captain America to have a gun. Can you see that? And then after multiple stories, we have our now famous Sam Wilson, Falcon, Captain America.